Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to use social media for church growth, part 3, and we're going to be talking about YouTube coming up. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down for you how to use YouTube to grow your church. And I'm even going to share with you a strategy I used at my church with YouTube that started bringing in brand new visitors every single Sunday for over 2 months. So let's dive in. All right, so most people don't realize this, but YouTube is actually the second largest search engine in the world behind only Google. And it's owned by Google, and YouTube videos now show up in most Google searches, right? So this is a great way for you to be able to get in front of people who live within driving distance of your church using a search engine approach that most churches probably aren't using. So a lot of us are used to how social media normally works on like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, right? Where basically you put a post out there and there's like a big spike the first day, maybe a little bit the second day, and then it basically dies. That's just the nature of social media, is content doesn't stick around for very long. The way the algorithms are built is that there's a big spike and then they die. But with YouTube, it's the exact opposite. The longer a video is on YouTube, the more momentum it gains, the more views it gets, and the more people it can actually send to your church. And believe it or not, YouTube is actually growing at twice the rate of Facebook. And there's over 2 billion users on YouTube. So let's dive into a couple of different ways that you can use YouTube to grow your church and attract new visitors every single Sunday. Now, first up is uploading your sermons to YouTube. So I assume if you guys are using YouTube at all, this is probably what you're doing. If you're not doing this, stop right now. And this is literally the number one thing that you could be doing. So if you have a creative on staff or someone who is uploading all of your sermons to Vimeo, stop it, right? Tell them right now, text them and just say, hey, stop uploading the videos to Vimeo. We need to start uploading them to YouTube, right? Vimeo is just a video host and the videos are just going to live there and do nothing. But on YouTube, because it's a search engine, the longer your sermons are on there, the more people are going to find them, the more views they'll get, and the better chance you have of reaching new people in your community and inviting them out to Sunday morning. All right, next up is a virtual tour of your church. Now, we did this at mine and I absolutely loved it. It ended up having over 100,000 views, right? Because here's the deal. Every single person wants to know what the church looks like. So if they're thinking about coming to a church for the very first time, everyone basically wants to know who's the pastor, who are the people, and what does the church look like on the inside, right? Because it's a little bit intimidating going to a building you've never been to before, surrounded by people you don't know, listening to some person talk to you for 30 or 45 minutes that you've never met. And so one of the easiest ways to kind of lower the barrier of entry is simply by creating a video tour of your church and just walking on a Sunday morning. So when we did ours, we actually started ours in the parking lot saying, hey, when you guys come and visit Guts Church for the very first time, you're going to want to park right here beneath the big red Guts letters. And there's huge signs here that say guest parking. So pull into one of these spots. You'll come in the glass double doors and let's head inside. And then we literally went in the double doors and we followed Katie all the way into the lobby. And then she introduced the coffee bar and showed people where the kids check in. And then we spliced in some B-roll footage of what the services look like in our different age groups. Then we cut back to Katie in the lobby and said, okay, now that you know where to get coffee, where to drop your kids out, and what some of the kids services look like, let's head into the sanctuary and get you a seat. And then we walked in right in the middle of praise and worship when music was going, and we had a shot of exactly what a service would look like, so they knew exactly what to expect when they show up on Sunday. Okay, next up is you can create a plan your visit video, right? So this is just a friendly video, 1 to 2 minutes of you inviting people to plan a visit, telling them why they should plan a visit, and then walking them through some of the benefits of what they can expect when they do plan a visit, right? So at our church, we say, hey, make sure to sign up and plan a visit, because when you do, we'll actually have a friendly host waiting for you at the front door. That way you don't feel like the new kid in the cafeteria when you first show up on Sunday. And we'll have a friendly host. They can show you around, help you get your kids checked into kids church, introduce you to a couple of key staff and leaders. If you want to meet some people, we'll get you a fresh cup of coffee and we'll even save seats for you in the service, right? Simple way for them to connect with a person and explain the benefits of why someone would want to sign up for Plan Your Visit in the first place. Okay, before I get to my last couple of points, if you guys like this video, man, would you like and subscribe? I've been working really hard to create brand new videos, and our team has been crushing it, and we're dropping brand new videos every single day, 5 days a week. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you get notified every single time we come out with a brand new church growth video. All right, next up, YouTube Live is a great way to use YouTube, right? So you could use this similar to how you do Facebook Live or Instagram Live, but it's great to do a live, especially during the week, where maybe you're just showing people some of the sermon prep that you're doing, some of the books that you're reading, where maybe you just take people behind the scenes of your sermon prep, and you might even give them a little teaser of what you're going to be talking about on Sunday, or you can take them into meetings that you're having around the community or with volunteers in the church, or you can even just share a little bit of a devo or something you've been reading in the Word lately, right? People love behind the scenes and they love live videos, and most social media platforms will actually prioritize live videos, so they'll show them to a lot more people. So YouTube Live is a great way to engage some of your people and kind of give them a little bit more content during the week. You can also do event recap videos. So any type of event recap video or announcement video or something like that that you're already creating for your service, don't just put all of this time and energy into it, show it one time in service, and then it never sees the light of day again. Make sure to upload that to your YouTube channel, because again, that's just more content that people might want to see. And so especially if someone sees a sermon bumper video for a sermon series that you're currently in, man, that might be the thing that convinces them to show up and try out your church on Sunday. And finally, one of my favorites, YouTube ads. So you can actually create targeted YouTube ads just like Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and you can literally run them just to people that live within driving distance of your church. And so this is actually what I did at my church. So for about 2 months, I completely turned off all of our Facebook and Instagram ads, and I just used YouTube ads and ran them to our Plan Your Visit page to see if we could still get people to plan a visit, and it worked like crazy. I was actually shocked. I didn't know if it would work, but I wanted to test it. We ended up having at least 3 to 5 new families every single Sunday that were coming from YouTube. So all we did is we took that virtual tour video that I was telling you about, where Katie walked people through what a service looks like, and we actually just created a simple targeted YouTube ad, and we ran it to everyone that lived within driving distance of our church. And then we had new families rolling in every single Sunday from YouTube. So if you guys haven't done this yet, the best way to do it is ready, fire, aim. Start before you're ready. Man, Mark Twain says that the man who grabs a cat by the tail knows 80% more about cats than the man who doesn't. So the best way to figure out YouTube ads is to go run a YouTube ad. All right, so I hope you like this video and that you are as excited about YouTube as I am. And if you want more tips and ideas on how to use social media and technology to grow your church, then head on over to churchgrowthagency.com or click on the link in the description below. We've got a free video showing you how to do exactly that. We'll see you soon.